Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Zainne Saleh about It's a Wonderful Binge, premiering on Hulu December 9th. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, we're getting another Binge movie. This is crazy.
Did you see the first one?
I did. Of course I saw the first one. Is that even a question? Yes, I did see the first one. And it's great. And I will say, without giving any spoilers, things are at it's a bigger stage. This is like, things have just been elevated all around. What was it like filming this specifically compared to the first?
It was a different experience because the director was different. We worked with Jordan this time and Jeremy the last time. It was equally as fun.
Yeah.
It was different because it was during the pandemic. But yeah, we just had so much fun. Like, it's just, the cast is so incredible. Everyone is so funny in real life, and it was awesome.
What is your mindset that, okay, we're coming back for the Binge 2, It's a Wonderful Binge, but it's going to be on Christmas Eve. Like, what's going through your mind there? Like, let alone like making a movie, but like, it's going to be like a holiday binge as well.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't celebrate Christmas, so it was really fun for me because I got to like kind of like experience a character who does. And it was fun. I mean, it's fun, it's fun and crazy filming in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an interesting mix of genres, I think, like a holiday movie versus a raunchy comedy. I think bringing that together is really fun. It was really fun to watch it too.
Is it fun? Do you notice it in the script that it's just like nonstop laughs? Because that's the one thing I kind of got from this movie. Like, there's no breaks. You have no breaks.
Literally, like every time I read, both scripts, when I read them, I was just laughing out loud, and I'm laughing all the time on set. Like, I break character all the time because everybody's so funny. Everyone's doing a bit. We're improvising, and the scenarios are so ridiculous and like absurd and awesome. It's so funny to film.
What would you say is the mindset for this movie, knowing that this is like a sequel, but it's a completely different kind of situation for a lot of these characters. A lot of these characters are growing. Some characters are proposing. A lot of characters are figuring things out. Like, it's a continuation, but it's its own beast, I feel like, as well. Like, does it feel like a different movie, or did it feel like you're really making Binge 2?
No, it felt like a completely different movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because our characters were in such different places and in their lives, and we introduced like families, and we introduced all new characters, and yeah, we were exploring like totally different dynamics. Like in the first movie, me and Hags are, I'm like mean to Hags the whole movie, and the second I'm in love with him, like stalking him, so yeah, it felt like a completely different movie, and that was kind of fun, like approaching it as like a whole new, like an evolution from the first one.
You're part of, the Binge family, you're part of the Hulu family, and you're part of the American High family. Can we just give a shout out to American High very quickly? Like, it's...
Yes, let's shout American High out. They're the best.
So good. So many amazing movies. I want to see like a crossover one day of all the American High movies like coming together. Like, I want to see like characters from the Binge come together with Sex Appeal, Crush, Plan B. Like, we got to make that happen.
I know. I definitely get invested in their other movies too. It would be so funny if we had like a crossover like that.
It would be hilarious. It would be awesome. What is the best thing about working in comedy specifically? Like, it's because it's like a genre that a lot of people want to work in, but I've talked to a lot of people. It is a difficult genre to work in as well.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really find it difficult.
Okay.
I think I kind of go through life like seeing the funny and everything. So it sort of just comes naturally to be like on a comedy, because it's just like everything, and even when you're filming it, everything is like for fun, Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I love doing comedy. It's basically all I've been doing is comedic roles.
You and Marta have incredible stuff with a lot of cool people this season. Specifically, there's some scenes with Danny Trejo, which is just so funny and so good. What was it like just kind of working with everyone? Like, it was a stacked cast. You know, you have Tim Meadows, Nick Swartz. Like,
Yeah.
what was it like just working with everyone for this movie?
Honestly, it was laughing all the time. Like I was breaking character all the time because everybody that I was working with was being so funny. And because it's a comedy, there's like a lot of room for improv, and the script itself is so funny that like
Yeah.
us all working together, it was just it was fun. Like it was silly, and like we'd get stupid and delirious because you know you're like shooting in the middle of the cold, like at like 5 they're all night shoots because the binge takes place at night. So we're like up all night with like a ton of funny people.
Oh yeah, the night and the
Freezing
night shoots are
cold.
when the night shoots are also when all the insanity happens. So if you're
Right.
saying this movie was all night shoots,
It's so funny because when you watch it, you're like, oh my God, like I was dying in that scene. Like it's so funny to see like how it turned out. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
what was there's a do you find like you've been doing a lot of interviews today for the movie? Like, do you find it like you're walking on eggshells a little bit? Because I am too. Like, I don't want to spoil things, but I want to kind of I want people to see it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, totally. Like I feel like everyone's asking me about set and like it was so crazy and funny. And it's almost like, how do you begin to explain like working with all of these insanely funny people in this like scenario? It's like, I guess you just have to watch the movie and kind of get a vibe.
Yeah, I feel like it's the perfect movie. Like, we need a movie like this right now.
Yeah, I feel like it's like an old school comedy.
It is.
Yeah, like the Y2K, like early 2000s.
2000s, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But like updated, like, you know, a little bit more woke, like a little bit
I
more.
feel like the quickness of this movie is just out of control, though. And I don't know, like, I brought this up to Dexter and he agreed with me. Like, it's very quick movie. Like, if
Yeah.
you're not paying attention, because it's like, you know how there's like, Zane, you know how there's like passive like watching and active watching, where like passive, you can just kind of like throw something on the background, right? Like a sitcom, and just be on your phone. And then there's like
Yeah.
active things like murder mysteries where it's like, no, put your phone away and watch this. This one is like undercover. Like, it feels like it's it's like an active, like a passive movie, but it's actually an active movie. If you don't pay attention, you're gonna miss out a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking that last night when I was watching the premiere. I'm like, you really have to be paying attention because there's so many callbacks. And like the comedy is really smart and it's like quick. Sometimes it's subversive, and you have to just like, you have to pay attention actually when you're watching it.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, this is a really active movie. Like, you have to like really get into it. It's not something that you just kind of like put on in the background, which is what you normally do with comedy sometimes. It's just
Yeah,
like,
you look at this movie and it's like, yeah, this is the one I'm gonna watch, like, while I wrap Christmas presents.
right. But then if you watch it, you'll never be able to follow along. There's so much
It's
happening.
quick, right? You know what I
There's
mean? It's
so
so
much happening.
quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. And premiering December 9th on Hulu. It's a wonderful binge. Zainne, so great chatting with you. Thank you so much for coming on Popternative.
Yeah, it was so nice to meet you.
You have your Instagram account, I think, is just your name, right? If people want to follow along.
Yeah, it's at Zainne Saleh.
Amazing. This has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. Until next time, this is Zainne Saleh. We can catch it. It's a wonderful binge on Hulu December 9th. And Peter Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.